What's up, Grayson Report? I am back with another video, and today I am going to talk about are UFOs real, how scientists think about aliens, and this is a little article from the Sydney Morning Herald. And have you guys noticed that aliens are all of a sudden in the news? Especially those that kind of looked like E.T.? Stay tuned after this. I'm still going to say those aliens looked like ET, but that's me. Well, anyways, I am, if you guys don't know me, I am more of a believer of the paranormal than I am of aliens and UFOs. I do believe that there are life on other planets. It's just with technology, with Photoshop, with how technology is now, it's kind of hard for me to believe even ghost videos, because it's so easy just to add a UFO or a ghost into a photo or a video, or use a camera trick to have something move in a case of a paranormal video. So I'm always looking for something to debunk that aliens and UFOs do exist, because I want to believe, as that infamous poster said in Mulder's office in the X-Files. So this little article is from the Sydney Morning Herald, and it's asking, are UFOs real, and how scientists think about aliens? Incredible as it may seem, the United States government are in possession not only of non-human technology, craft, and other technology, they're also in possession of alien bodies. That's Ross Coulthart, Gold Walkley winning journalist, speaking to Channel 7 viewers in July. Coulthart says he started off as a UFO skeptic, but his investigations have convinced him they are real and that the U.S. government is covering them up. He's far from alone. In the past year, UFOs have gone mainstream. Dude, they've really been blowing up the last couple months. The New York Times revealed a secret government program to investigate sightings in 2017. That eventually led a congressional investigation, which in July this year heard from a former intelligence officer who was working on that government task force, who testified he discovered a secret government program to retrieve and reverse engineer alien aircraft. Examine has been receiving messages from readers asking us to weigh in. Are aliens real? And have they been visiting our little rock for decades? Science can't directly answer those questions, but it can offer some guidance on how to think about them. Are aliens real? Let's start with the Fermi Paradox, also known as where are all the aliens, which refer to the discrepancy between the high likelihood of advanced extraterrestrial life and the lack of conclusive evidence of its existence. There are about 300 billion stars in our galaxy. The average galaxy has 100 billion stars, and there are 5 billion to 2 trillion galaxies, says Dr. Brad Tucker, an astrophysicist at the Australian National University. Oh my gosh. It's hard to estimate the likelihood a given planet will have life, but if the chances are above zero, you'd think there would be life somewhere in the universe. So, why hasn't it made contact? Perhaps there's a great filter that stops civilizations colonizing the universe. Traveling faster than light may simply be impossible, making exploration relatively slow. Or perhaps we can't hear alien signals, or they simply aren't interested in talking to us. They're probably telling us to shut the hell up because we're so loud. Because I just imagine, like, they're coming into our universe and all they hear is like 50 different music genres coming. Because I would assume they probably have, I'm going to put this out there, they probably have technology that's 10 times better than what we have. So just imagine them entering our universe. They're going to hear, like, they're going through the radio stations and they're looking at each other, and they hear rock, and they hear, oldies, country. And then they go on and they hear the police scanners going, saying something, and then they hear sirens and it I'm kind of like referencing it, how, Superman is like, how he hears all of this and it's like so overwhelming. So I feel like they would be like, no. Generally, astronomers think the universe does hold life, says Tucker, but they are split on whether that life must be intelligent. Because we evolved from simple life forms, we tend to think complex life is inevitable. But the evidence is equivocal, said Tucker. Life? Yes, but take it up the chain. That's where the debate diverges. Bottom line, aliens may be real. Are UFOs real? Given we can't rule out the existence of aliens altogether, we should start our examination of UFOs with an open mind. They could be aliens or they could be something else. A scientist starts with an open mind and then asks, what does the evidence say? You're not saying outright, it's not true, says Tim Medham, executive producer of the Australian Skeptics. But you're looking for something tangible, physical evidence rather than theory. If you say you can fly, I say, show me. And the more extraordinary the claim, the more extraordinary the evidence we should demand, which I agree. David Grush, the U.S. whistleblower who created a sensation when he told a U.S. congressional hearing that a clandestine government program had retrieved UFOs and possible alien remains, had no photos, no documents, no ship, and no bodies. The evidence is classified, he says, or third hand. He had shown no evidence at all, none whatsoever, to back his claims, says Medham. He makes passing references to having evidence, but I can't give it to you now. Right? Thank you very much. Next. And we should not accept Grush's claim simply because he is ranking officer on a UFO task force. Skeptics ask for the evidence rather than simply believing the word of a higher authority. What about the videos of things that are hard to explain, such as flying objects displaying extreme acceleration? Well, we can ask, what makes an alien the best explanation? If you're going to say it's aliens, you better have the data to say it's aliens, says Tucker. We seek hard evidence, not the eyewitness accounts that fuel most UFO claims, because we humans are very easy to fool. As terrestrial creatures, we spend most of our time looking at things on our eye level. When we look up at the sky, we discover it is full of weird looking stuff. Venus can sometimes glow like an enormous star. Meteorites and space junk can burn up in the atmosphere. Satellites can catch the sun's rays in unusual ways. I've been seeing satellite flares for the better part of 30 years. A lot of people who have not might called it a UFO, says Monash University astronomer associate professor Michael Brown. So we're pretty cautious with eyewitness reports. Grush claims we may not have detected alien visitors to Earth because they can travel in other dimensions. Other people also believe that aliens may be demons. This is known as the dragon in the garage fallacy. To verify a theory that aliens can travel through other dimensions, you have to be able to test it. We can't test or verify Grush's multi-dimensional claims, so as skeptics, we shouldn't entertain them. Yeah, but I disagree with that, because as skeptics, you want to debunk it, so you're going to study it. So I would still entertain it, because I would keep that as a possibility, but I would be trying to debunk it. Brown remains very skeptical about UFOs. The digital cameras of today are leagues better than the film cameras of the 40s. But Brown points out the UFO photos remain as blurry as ever. I totally agree with him on that one. So, guys, what do you think about this article? Are you a believer in aliens? Are you a believer in UFOs? Are you a believer of both? Comment below. As I said, I believe more that there are aliens than there are UFO crafts. But as I was saying, I'm always trying to find something to debunk it, because I was saying earlier, I want to believe. So for all we know, they may not even look like this. There could be different species of aliens, like how we have different races or nationalities. They may not even look at like this at all. I don't dismiss the possibility that they are coming to Earth and abducting people. I don't dismiss that as a possibility. I still remain like I'm in between. I'm 50-50 when it comes to that, but I don't dismiss it only because we do the same thing. And I've always said this, we do the same exact thing. When we find something new that we don't know anything about, we test it. We take samples. And out of all the abduction stories I've read, that's what people have said. Like, they're taking samples, they're testing. Scary experience, but this is what they're doing. But that to me is more plausible than maybe a UFO, only because, as I was saying earlier, technology nowadays, it's too easy to add a UFO to a photo. It's too easy to add an alien or like a silhouette of an alien in a video because of Photoshop and photo editing. And I agree with the article, like I was saying earlier, that why are the UFO photos blurry when we have some of the best cameras in the market? So again, guys, are you a believer or do you want to believe? Comment below. And real quick, I do go live talking all things spooky every Monday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and every Saturday at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. My goal is to do YouTube full time by 2024 so I could bring you guys more content. For right now, I can only go live twice a week, and I will keep you occupied until then with little videos here and there. So stay posted, and I will see you on the next one. Stay spooky, guys.